Hello people, this is Proof here for a video talking about the Darkwing Blast Ghoti cards, just after they've, well, like 2 days after they've kind of been shown off because they accidentally got leaked by someone, but you know it happens. So I'm just going to be running through it, and to giving my opinions on all of them, seeing whether they should be played, to see how they fit in with what's going on right now. But first, I'm probably just going to talk about what the actual cards got shown off and my thoughts on them. So first off, um, thank you to the YG organization for having all these cards translated. But this one for so you got the of the Ghoti. This card is reasonable. I quite like it. Being able to search stuff off the field spell and then being able to summon it. No, I think it's pretty nice. The second effect doesn't come up that oftenly because the Ghoti champs aren't amazing, but still playable. And so it doesn't really come up too much, but it technically could. Just try not to forget about it, I guess. But one of the really good ones that's come out, Stopia's Shadow of the Ghoti, is really good. Quick effect banished to face monster from hand and or grave. It's usually going to be grave, especially from the hand. It's very nice. You get to, like usually doing your opponent's turn, you can have it so like you can have synchroed off using two of the smaller Ghoti monsters. Two of them, you should have some fish in graveyard, and you banish them ready for the next turn after. On summon, it can target a face of card and make it banished from the field. This can target itself, which does come up in like a combo and stuff, because if you want banish itself, and then you can add it back by using its third effect, which when it becomes banished, you banish a fish from grave, add it to the hand. You should be able to. This means you should be able to keep the level 2s in rotation all the time. Got the Zep, Rubio the Ghoti. Zep is also really good. Be able to summon itself at any time from Banish during your opponent's turn, and then synchro immediately with it. It's just, I don't know, it is very nice card for the archetype. I think it's got its upsides, there's certainly some downsides over the other level 2s, so you want to play. I'm playing 2/2/2 of each level 2s. Boss Serpent with the Ghoti. This is a very nice bridge synchro that you all want to play multiples of. I'm playing 2 right now. I think 2 is the good ratio with it. Because you have to shuffle it back using Lifeless Leafish, stuff like that. You should be able to reuse it. On summon, it gets to banish level 6 lower fish from deck. That's usually going to be banishing the Snowpiercer, so then you can add it with the Snowpiercer back. Centigrave is a sync material, so doing like either player's turn, of course. Target a fish in graveyard, banish it, then add a fish with equal to lower level from deck to hand. This can banish level 2s to add Bear Tuneful Princess. This gives you access to most of your deck. It's very nice. Very nice how it's done. But you can banish technically anything if you want other if you have other monsters, you want any of your level 2s. If you always can like banish itself, add back anything you'd really want. You got Gurglim. Gurglim isn't amazing, but it's definitely probably still played as like a one of. It's like it's first effect. It happens. You can come up sometimes. I bet. Going like actually into a grind game, banishing that opponent's monster is pretty reasonable. When standby phase, you get to banish it and put everything that was used at synchro summon onto the field. If then graveyard is, it comes up, it lets you use the Ghotis to your opponent's turn. But they are banished when it leaves the field, which helps with level 2s, but some of the other ones, say if you use level 6 to summon this, you don't get to use its effect again, which is annoying, but I know. Got the first trap. These are the last 2 cards. Ghoti Cosmos. Alright. I quite like the first effect always being around. It's nice that it can't like swing over your little mini fish. it's definitely playable. 4 plus is you're able to reach that quite easily, and be able to make it so you're always going to be using your fish effects on your opponent's turn, or sometimes it can be good your turn, don't know how suddenly that'll come up. It's just generally quite nice. And an A plus is going to be hard to reach, but if you can reach it, like, it's probably going to be a massive swing. And then you got Ghoti Fury. It's like spot removal, but it's not permanent spot removal, so you kind of want to use it on something smaller that you can swing over on the next turn. Yeah, the second effect, I don't know, boost the field. It gives them quite a big boost, turn 3, turn 4, but I don't know. I'll bring you over to deck building, talk about how I've built the deck so far. I've just done that so it doesn't show off. So this is the list I've gotten so far. This is a very quick list, so there's still things I'm updating, like still testing around Fish and the Ice Barrier package. But yeah, it's always going back and forth on stuff. There's just like some talking points as well. I'm playing 2 of a lot of things, so 2 shift, 2 paces, 2 exceed, 2 snow boots. I'm debating if we bump up to 3. This is quite, Zebio's been really good. Yeah, 2 Zep. I'm playing 1 Enoch. Enoch isn't the best, like, you don't need to trap search, but it's reasonable if you're able to summon it. I don't know. And you got like Lifeless Leafis is doing quite a lot of the combos. You use it plus another level 4, you make Dugaris, you summon back Stealer Camp that you milled off the Leafish. Or Stealer Camp is doing a lot of the turn 1 heavy lifting. It's the Stealer Camp is in here because you have a lot of low level things you're able to use quite oftenly. It's just very nice for comboing, setting up a little board. This is how you're going to set up your board turn 1. Toystermeister, these are like things you summon off the Stealer Camp that are probably the better fish to summon. So, Oystermeister constant giving you a token is very nice. Can't chain block it with it though because it is mandatory. But Griefist you can chain block with if you want to, because it can make it gain attack. Well, if your opponent has cards in hand. And also the Reborn can come up sometimes. Like, then you got Bear Tuneful Princess. I think 2 is alright. Then take a bump up to 3, but I only have 2 right now, so I'm playing 2. And then 1 Silent Angler is a level 4 extender. Also here, Force Burial Goods can send either Deepest Depths or Ice Barrier, because this can set itself in the graveyard, so technically you can mill this off the goods, but it's usually sending Ice Barrier, banish Ice Barrier, mill Stealer Camp, add Stealer Camp. And then you got like the Field Spell is really good, of course. It protects itself as well, which is, you know, really nice. You doesn't have to get banished by the Deep Beyond because of itself. And then 3 White Mirrors is a Reborn. It's generally quite nice. Terraforming for the Field Spell, Gold Sark, banishing these, but it's debatable. I'm thinking there's a chance you might want to swap this out for another Stealer Camp because you like seeing Stealer Camp because spaces can usually summon it. You should have that combo. If not, you've got two waters on the field, you summon a Beastkeeper. And then you got Ice Barrier, Searcher. Its first effect didn't come out that much, but it technically could. O-Fish is a negate that should always be live. With one thing that banished that you could probably shuffle back, because sometimes you'll banish like the Boss or White or Whale, something that you summon quite a bit. And then you just gotta reset it back, and one each of the traps. I'm still testing with these. Ghoti Chain is quite nice. Cosmos is, and these two feel reasonable right now. Somewhat I prefer Fury over Cosmos, but both of them, they're alright. Still got a test of them. Just gonna pick them up. Talking points, yeah, could bump these up to 3. In the deck, you can also play macros. You have the ability to play free shifter if you want to. So I'll probably swapping out a few of these packages. Like, good, so you got O-Fish, you probably want to swap those out. So you can play all these You can play hand traps in here, so by the best hand trap, Gentlemander. And then you also can play different engines. So if you want a lot of balanced stuff, you had the mutant stuff which they were playing with a little bit ago. Still definitely playable with that. Metaphys, it banishes. Good to use them. It's just food for thought. And then you also got the Telements, the mill, banish of the Snappios, everything like that. It seems fine enough if you want to play that variant. You gotta test with it, and then also you can play Floodgates. There's a lot of room in here. You can swap out packages. You don't have to play the Seed Camp stuff, but I quite enjoy it. And also, I really want to use my Seed Camps that I invested a ton in. I've got 2 ultis and 2 ultras. I want to play them. So I'm playing Fish Synchro for ages. But going on to the Exa, it's like Impulse really good. Bridge, you should be able to shuffle it back. The first one's alright to banish and move around. Second one, you want to shuffle back constantly using the Leaffish. Because Leaffish gets to shuffle back and draw. It's really nice. Monoceros doesn't come up that often, to summon it. But when it does, it's really big. So I quite like having it around anyways. Ascan is very good level 8. You can use it level 8 a lot during your opponent's turn. Gurglem is not going to be summoned too oftenly, but it's like the turn 3, it's going to be really nice. White Oil Whale is very good. It's a big disruption. Big disruption. And then these 2 you can summon on your end board. Gives you negates. I don't know. I'm testing with them. I'm tinkering. You can do what you like. For 9s, you got Archives. Archives can be summoned to your opponent's turn technically, but doesn't come off. But that's mostly off Sealer Camp plus, of course, level 2. And then you got Shen Shen. Said Sealer Camp level 2. You can summon it. It's pretty nice. And then Deep Beyond is really good with hens. And then Changing is also amazing. Pretty good against the tier matchup. I saw a lot of things here for because it's like a macro based deck. It's very nice against Element, which is a big upside for the deck. And then also you got Sway Elf because you got level 2 minis and stuff like that. It's targeting protection. Sway Elf is really good. Reason why it's shot up a ton. Abyss Keeper gets to summon stuff from hand. He gets a banish as well, which is really nice. So you're not usually minusing off its effects. And then you got the guys for the V1. So I'll take you into the replay. We should be doing. Yeah, so you get to activate Deeper Steps. You want to banish one little minis, hopefully, and then grab it. Get to use its effect. Just let it play. Use effect, summon it, and then summon the Leaffish. Use its effect. Get to dump the Coelacanth. You want to overlay and make Dagaris. Dagaris effect to reborn. The Coelacanth should be indifferent, so I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, so this you have to discard. I discarded something. So an Oystermeister, Reefus, and then 2 level 2s that you haven't used yet. Link 2 into Elf. Then you want to sink 6 into Yanpos. Use the effect of Oystermeister Chainlink 1, Yanpos Chainlink 2, so you get to banish. You usually want to link off the paces first because you can't banish it using itself. You get to banish Snopius, Starfiel's effect, banish the paces from your graveyard, and then get to add itself back, so that's paces ready for your next turn, which is very nice. So this is now in rotation. And then you want to sync 10 using this token, which is very nice and important. Summon Changying's going to be very nice. Then you want to use Spite Elf to summon back the shift you have not yet banished. Then you got this, plus you get to make a Synchro 8, so this is, depending on the matchup, you get to summon Dragite or Crystal Wing, which, I don't know, I enjoy Crystal Wing, it's pretty nice. And that's, oh yeah, plus effect, so you get the banish, the shift, adds the Bear Tuna 4. or whatever you want. You have to have another leafish here as well. Last turn, then doing the next turn, you get the paces, you get the zeb, you get the shift. If you banish that, you can keep it in here for the next turn afterwards, or to banish off Snopius. This is what I want to do. It's got a nice resource loop from here. Very nice resource loop. Constantly doing this kind of same thing, pushing for board, doing a lot of pushes, so you get to make 6 Snopians. So you get to summon it, you get to summon back, of course, like a standby phase, you get paces back, you get to sing 8, you get to use the white aura, well, to get to blow up everything, or you can learn to sink 8 into, I don't remember his name, but it's like, sing 8 that banishes, then you get to use Cheng Yun's effect as well, which is quite nice. You get to double banish from field, you get banished from graveyard, but it kind of changes some rotations if you do that one. And then after you can also like zap summon itself, sync off the crystal wing, then you make deep beyond banish everything, or sprite elf reborn shift, and then doing your opponent's end phase you just get to summon zap, have it there ready, I guess. But yeah, that's what I've come up with. It's testing, but I'm gonna be keeping you updated if there's any more fish stuff that comes out. So if any more fish stuff does come out, I'll keep you updated. I'm gonna be doing some testing of this. Also got the deck here. Also doing this thing I've been mentioned about, testing with the Moray of Avarice. Is okay. But yeah, I really enjoy this deck. This is the deck I'm wanting to play for the next format. So yeah, not much extra to say except from like, subscribe, share if you want. Anything could be really helpful so far. Gonna schedule. I want to make hopefully 2-3 videos a week, so that should be right. It's gonna be something like this. Like twice a week. Then there's gonna be a more edited video. Usually gonna be something to do with locals or vlogs that I'm gonna be going to, which should be yeah, it should be fun. I'm hoping they're able to keep up with it, and if they do, if I don't, just at me, shout at me on Twitter or something. I'm around on there. Or just sound off on me on the comments. I should be able to get to it because these type of videos aren't too tedious to make. I'll try and pump out these videos. Just tell me in the comments if you want anything specific, if you want more replays, do you want test hands with this deck? Just going to be constantly tinkering with it. I'm going to be trying to do different hands, because usually a lot of these hands should make this kind of board, and if it doesn't, you should just go straight into the turn 3 stuff, which should be like having the Snopius rotation, and the level 2 is constantly coming back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, because like Snopius on summon, target itself, banish, and then you add it back. You're going constantly in the same rotation, basically. But that all being said, thank you, goodbye.